What's going on, guys? So we were supposed to get a new Vinland Saga chapter today, but unfortunately Yukimura did not hit the deadline that he was supposed to, and so we're not getting one. But I'm okay with that for the most part because, number one, I want the manga to be the best that it can be, and I don't want him stressing out about trying to reach a particular deadline as opposed to creating the best manga he can. I mean, the manga has gone on for so long at this point. We're in the final arc right now. Like, let's end this with a bang. So as long as it takes for him to put out chapters, I mean, I'll wait for it. Besides, it's only going to be like a month, a couple weeks of a wait. It's not really a big deal. It's not like it's taking a huge gap of time off or anything. So I'm absolutely fine with that. Unfortunately, I did want to get into the story and read the next chapter and see what was going to happen next because the last two chapters have been absolutely insane. If you kind of dropped Vinland Saga a while back, or you thought it was getting too slow, or you just, something wasn't feeling right anymore, I can guarantee you that all those chapters have a purpose. And once you get to the last two chapters that were released as of the recording of this video, it's picking back up again. The momentum's going, and all those chapters that we spent kind of within that peaceful time is building to something pretty incredible. I won't spoil anything here in this video, but I do have something Vinland Saga related to talk about, and that is, of course, the new trailer and I believe opening song of Season 2. And as you guys know, if it wasn't apparent yet, if you couldn't see it in the background of my video, Vinland Saga is one of my favorite manga of all time, and I absolutely love Season 1, and I've been patiently and excitedly waiting for Season 2 to finally come out, which will come out in January of 2023, which is great because I hate winter, and this will give me something to look forward to and something to make the weeks feel worth it as I'm going through the frozen tundra of my own life, and I get to experience the tundra of Thorfinn's inner psyche and everything that he goes through, which will be in Season 2, which is my favorite arc of the manga in its entirety, and like my third favorite manga arc of all time in any single manga that I've ever read. And so here, I'm super stoked to check out this new trailer. Also, I've been in kind of a shitty mood today, so I'm hoping that this will lift my spirits or just make me excited or make me feel something good within my heart. I'll be like Thorfinn standing on the beach with the old man telling him that I can do anything, that if everything is ripped out of you, if you're completely empty as a person, then you are completely free to be filled up with anything. And that's the kind of motivation I need right now in my life. Now, I haven't watched this yet, so I haven't watched this trailer. I believe I pulled up the correct one. So I haven't watched this yet. I think it's supposed to be the trailer and the opening song of Season 2. So I'm excited about that. By the way, the two opening tracks of Season 1, especially the second one in my opinion, dude, I just listened to that by itself, man. I don't even need to watch the anime. I'll throw that on, I'll go to the gym, I'll hit a PR, I swear to God. Which I did not today, unfortunately. All right, here we go, man. Studio Mappa, filled with badasses. I don't have the subtitles turned on, but I already know what they're talking about, so it's cool. Looks good so far. Love the backgrounds, love the scenery. Einar, let me go back, hang on. Fucking Einar, man. Einar. I'm going to pronounce it correctly forever until there's an anime and I can actually hear how it's supposed to be pronounced. I'm sorry, but I love this guy. He's the man. He's the best friend anybody could ask for. I love the dynamic between him and Thorfinn, and he really does become, I don't even consider him a side character. He's a main character in my heart, but if you were to say like a supporting character or somebody along those lines, like somebody that's right there by the side of the protagonist, like this guy becomes like one of the characters that warms my heart every single time I see him on screen, or every time I see him on the page of the manga. Like, Einar is such a good dude, like a good heartfelt dude, man. Looks great. Yeah, this fucker guy. Snake, my man Snake. Look at this. He's gonna have so many chicks simping over him. I understand. I probably will too. Snake's the badass. This scene, yep. Well, spoiler if you haven't checked it out, Thorfinn's going to lose part of his ear, but don't worry. Yep. Thinking about his history. Oh, yeah. That was great. Okay, I think we're going to get into the song now, which is probably the most likely to be copyright strike. So, YouTube, the YouTube gods that live among us, Thor, Odin, YouTube. Who's the lady that's in head of YouTube? Susan something? Is that her name? I don't even fucking know her name. Just, hey, fair use, reaction. It's a thing. It's a whole genre of video. Okay, we got this. We're gonna be cool here, right? All right, we got this between us. Interesting. I like it. Yeah. We got some canoe action. Yep. Oh, what was the name of who's this guy? This guy's name, I forget. The guy that's like the right-hand man of Canute during this arc. He loses well, I won't say anything. Never mind. I keep forgetting. I don't want to spoil shit. I'm sorry for anime onlys, man. I respect you guys out there, so I don't want to spoil anything. Yeah, he's a badass too. Arneed, or no, that's not Arneed. That is, who is that? I don't remember who that is. Oh, that's his sister, right? Yeah, that's his sister. Yeah. The curse of the crown is big in this arc. And Thorgil, who is a fucking maniac. Yeah. Oh my, dude, I know exactly what scene that is too. I'm so stoked. Like this moment is so like heart-wrenching for this guy, Ulmar, and then you have Thorgil over there just wreaking havoc. Thorgil is a great antagonist. He's not like Thorkel, even though their names are very similar. They're both gigantic men and they both have blonde hair. Whereas Thorkel, even though he is a maniac also, he's a warmonger, he still has a sense of honor and dignity. Like, he's not going to fight an unarmed man. He's not going to fight somebody who he views as weak and inferior. Like, he's very honorable, even though, you know, does all of the kind of crazy barbaric stuff that he does. Thorgil, on the other hand, this guy is a psychopath. This guy just loves showcasing his superiority over others, even like children, even people that can't fight. Like, he gets a thrill out of beating a kid with a stick. Like, this guy is like a complete like piece of shit, like waste of space, but it makes him a great antagonist. Yeah. Oh, this scene, man. I can't wait for this scene. Yeah. We are dealing with slavery. We gotta have some whipping. And Arneed. Yeah. This scene, bro, this scene, like, just the force of it. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you've read the manga, that page turn where you see the thing happen, that page turn literally felt like I was like hit across the face. We're dealing with a very different Thorfinn this arc. Right on, right on. I kind of dig the song. I like how they did it over dialogue. Also, that probably helped me in the YouTube space. But yeah, okay, so thoughts, feelings. I love the way that it looks. I love that the animation stays pretty much similar and consistent to how Season 1 did. I know a lot of the same animators are also working on it, so I appreciate that about it. Let's see what we got here. We got a lot of great scenes that were showcased here. We got to see Einar and Thorfinn. This scene here, which is kind of our introduction to Snake, this is a scene where, since Thorfinn is going to be a slave in this arc, they basically just kind of use him to try to like give Ulmar somebody to kill, to give him some experience. And yeah, that scene is nuts. I think this is going to be a young Einar. I think this is sort of him recounting his history, because he, of course, you know, has dealt with the world and repercussions of Vikings and people coming in and pillaging and taking people over and becoming a slave. And it's something that he's seen his entire life. I feel like, wasn't there another scene like this in the last Vinland Saga trailer where they showed a young Thorfinn? I don't know if they're going to try to add something that the manga doesn't have, where maybe he saw Thorfinn as a younger version of himself. I'm not sure. That happens with another character that we're not going to meet in this season, I don't think. But I wouldn't hate it if they did that, but, you know, we don't need to do that. The Canute stuff, super excited for that as well. Thorgil, like I said, just a maniac, just an absolute monster. He's basically the exact stereotypical type of barbarian that you would imagine back in those times. And then, you know, this scene and sort of like the friendship between Thorfinn and Einar, super excited to see that. Now, Arneed, man. Arneed deserves so much more in life. So if anyone is curious, if anybody is an anime only and we're walking into Season 2 and you're just kind of wondering an idea of what to expect, just imagine the entire status quo is going to be changed. One thing that I love about Vinland Saga is that every single arc is very distinctly different and takes place within a different stage of Thorfinn's life. So Season 1, it was meant to show us the youth of Thorfinn, the things that he went through and how his youth was torn away from him, his innocence was torn away from him, how he experienced a world of violence and chaos and vengeance and all of that. Season 2 is going to be more so Thorfinn, a broken man. He's going to be depressed. He's going to be weak. He's going to be just torn away from everything. He has nothing. He has no one. He's working as a slave. You know, he's on this farm, and it's a completely different world. And he's experiencing the other dark side of the two like major hardships of the time, which is war and slavery. And so, you know, you are still going to get action, you are still going to get sword fights, you are still going to get all of that stuff, but we're going to have our main character in a very, very different place than you were used to seeing him in season 1. And for some people, that might be a great thing, because I know there are some people that think Thorfinn was kind of a weak link in season 1. I've heard that because, and I think a lot of that is because he's not directly involved with the main plot that's going on with, you know, the succession to the throne and everything that's happening with Canute and all of that. He's just kind of part of Askeladd's band, and so Askeladd and Canute and even Thorkel to a degree all kind of have, you know, interweavings into the plot per se. But I've always been a character person over plot. I really love good plot, obviously. I love good storytelling, but one thing I love even more than that is seeing how characters grow, progress, and change, and seeing their internal conflicts as time progresses. And that's 1000% what this is going to be for Thorfinn. So you're going to get a very different Thorfinn in this arc than you got in the first one. And just the same as Vinland Saga continues, he develops more and becomes even more different. And it is kind of, you can look at it as the life story of Thorfinn, a fictionalized version of a real historical figure, but you know, this is his life story. And if we look at our own selves, hopefully you're not the same person you were when you were 16, when you were 20, when you're 35. Like, you know, there's a core identity, but you change over time, and that's what Vinland Saga is going to be. It's not always going to be the same thing, and I think that that's one of the things that makes it really special, and especially when you can divide the arcs up as they are. But anyways, guys, you already know that I'm excited about this, so tell me what you think down below of the trailer. I will link it in the description below. Also, let me know what you think of it. If you're disappointed about no manga chapter this month, don't worry. We'll still get one. He's still working on it. It'll be out in a few weeks. It'll be out either next month or in a few weeks. I forget exactly the date, but we'll get another one soon, so don't worry about that. But let me know what you think about the anime down below, and if you're excited for it. And other than that, guys, if you enjoyed this video and this review, reaction, whatever it is, just give it a thumbs up if you would like, and comment to help it in the algorithm. Also, if you want to help support the channel on that deeper level, I do have a Patreon, which is linked below. I also have channel memberships turned on, so you'll get an exclusive video every month, and as well with a few other perks too. So if you'd like to, do that, subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time.